But I want to see if it's running a low from YouTube, what will actually happen.
Right. Let me pull you over here. See what that's doing. Just as if that, boy, if I find you, Ricky.
I was gonna say if it's the same issue, if it's the same issue as
I said,
Kira,
I said, it's got to be something, and it
because
didn't make sense.
it keeps on jumping. I mean, say because you're jumping through whatever encryption and then bouncing back from one thing to another. I mean, that would make sense.
Okay.
But yeah,
I seem to be fine. I'm completely fine.
mm-hmm.
No glitch. No.
But you have to. But the
So I
killer
just got to
part,
keep that in mind.
you just have to keep that in mind when you're streaming that the VPN has to be off.
Hey Mal, je suis Tigray.
Mm-hmm.
We're just here, just doing running systems checks. What's going on, people?
Hey,
all right. I guess we found the solution.
We found the solution. Actually, try. I'm about to say do a THS. You know the the sound test on YouTube. Try that. Just try it and share it. Because that kind of will tell the test of time what is if it's fixed or if we just got lucky.
Okay.
Okay. You got it on the screen?
Yep.
Oh, it must be okay. Not on the StreamYard screen, on your other screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's running.
This is a little delayed.
Yeah, it's running fine.
Well, then that has to be it.
That was the problem.
The VPN was the problem.
All right.
What we do here, folks, we just solve problems.
Yeah. Just got my ship right. Had to get the ship right on here. I was like, hey, jump in here with me so we can run these system checks.
Yeah, that's what it is.
People. How's everybody doing tonight? This is not the normal show.
No, it's not.
We are doing a system check, and apparently we solved our problem. But I guess we tune in tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, YouTube, Twitch, and the book. We're talking about the filming of live-action Legend of Zelda. We're talking about John Boyega, who's very much open to doing another Star Wars project with Oscar Isaac.
Nice.
I'm open for that.
Yeah, you're right, the Sweet Tea Gray. I was like, VPN is wonderful until you got to stream something.
Yeah. So and now we know. But yeah, tune in for that. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff. Basically, we are free falling. We're free falling this week, all this week actually, Tuesday and Thursday. Because we're going to take a break next week because of the holidays. You know,
Free Turkey Week.
Yeah, Free Turkey Week. I'm going to be too tired to
get y'all shopping done now if you got to cook. And if you've been told to bring ice, well, we learn.
Yeah. Yeah. Because look, I bought that bird 2 weeks ago. It's sitting in the freezer.
Same.
It's like, I was like, what are we doing? All right, don't worry about it.
Smoke. And also, if you're going to deep fry, one freaking bottle. For all you deep frying nuts that have never deep fried a turkey before, please do not fill the entire thing up with peanut oil. It only takes one.
It is insanely crazy how often we see people every season. This is every year. Every year there's we had another grease fire. I'm like, are humans in totality
that part
stupid? I don't know.
Also, Sunday is your reminder to take the turkey out the freezer. That's Sunday is your reminder. That is the day where the turkey should come out the freezer and into your refrigerator. So by Thanksgiving, well, Wednesday night or Thursday morning, whenever you decide to cook it, you should be fine. But please don't put a deep fried, don't put a frozen turkey into a boiling pot of peanut oil, unless you really care about your house. Or your insurance is paid up, one of the two. Good God.
I don't understand how people do this every year.
I just feel bad for the fire department because they're going to get at least one grease fire call because somebody didn't pay attention.
I feel bad for this fire department who between July 4th and Thanksgiving that they just like, who's working the holiday? I'm like,
Actually, I take it back. Fire departments and hospitals. Because why fry a turkey indoors?
Why fry a turkey indoors? Exactly.
When I tell you, and this, look, I am not calling myself a master chef in any way, but the elders taught me 2 ways about cooking a turkey. You smoke it or you fry it, but neither one is done inside a house.
There you go. I used to have a smoker. It was an electric smoker, and it sat on the back porch. And I bought it off the floor. It was a store model, so I bought it off the floor, and I used it for the first about 4 years. And the heating element corroded, and I'm like, I could get the heating element, but I'm like, screw it. And so then what I did, I had another smoker, which was a gas smoker, but I converted it because the bottom was rusting out, so I converted it to charcoal.
Oh, nice.
And I used it as long as I possibly could. And because my wife was like, "All right, did you just?" And I'm like, "I did. I converted it to charcoal, and
it's metal at the bottom. It'll work."
Yeah, I was like, she was like, "But what about?" I said, "Here's a pan. Just slide it under there. Just slide it underneath." And
I was gonna say, if you know somebody that's in metal work, turn it into a smoker. All you need is a perforated plate of steel, and
that's it.
That's all you really need.
I haven't used my grill all year.
See, mine gets used, but people kill me. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, I never smoked the turkey. It's very easy if you follow instructions. Easy.
Time, also, patience, indirect heat, ladies.
And also, please do not use apples, oranges, celeries, and vegetables. Please don't white people turkey. White people put apples in turkey. You don't need to put apples in turkey. There's no reason to put apples in turkey.
The only time you should use celery in a turkey is if you're actually putting it in the oven.
I'm just saying.
When you are smoking it, you just need to season it. You're going to season it all to hell anyway. All right? Let's get that out the way. You're supposed to season it all to hell anyway. That's a big bird.
Cowboy or Cajun butter injection, and depending on your seasoning, depending on if you want to rub down your turkey, feel free. Like, I brine my turkey for 48 hours. Like, it'll literally sit in a 5-gallon. It'll sit in a 5-gallon stainless steel pan, a stainless steel drum, and it soaks for 48 hours. Then I turn around, a little bit of cowboy butter, let Applewood do the rest.
I normally use Cajun butter injection.
Still works.
It's fantastic stuff. I may try the cowboy butter route this year. I may actually just make the cowboy butter and have it ready to go.
The one thing I learned is cowboy butter on the inside, a little bit of chimichurri and chipotle mix on the outside.
Yeah.
So if you like your turkey just a little bit spicy with a Cajun style, that works.
He said that's white trash garnish on your turkey.
Yes, it is. Very much so.
We have apples and celery. I'm like, if I wanted to eat sweet meat, I would eat sweet meat. Pause.
And also, just onions are not. You can use onions. Onions is not bad. People, I don't know why people avoid using onions also to stuff the turkey, because onions will bring out the flavor. It's not going to have it taste bad. What in the world is cowboy
a trick
butter?
For people that are learning how to do onions on grills. Guess what? If you don't want your meat to stick to your grill, rub a raw onion on it.
Yep.
It does 2 things: makes it a little non-stick, and one's like Spartan said, brings the flavor out.
You can season your grill without using the metal clean thing, and then wind up having metal shards in your food.
That's it.
Whereas a simple onion, a simple onion, if you really want to get technical, a simple onion, a little bit of either virgin oil or virgin oil. I recommend virgin oil anyway, or extra virgin oil, olive oil. And look, a little bit on your onion, go across your grill marks. You have seasoned the grill.
And you know what? You know what else? That onion lasts. You'd be surprised, folks. You'd be surprised how long if you just cut it in half, slap it on there, do what you're gonna do, and just leave it on there. You don't really burn the onion till damn near the end of your grilling.
And at the same time, you don't got to worry about overcooking. Cowboy butter, did you see good T-grade? Cowboy butter is amazing. It's like Alabama white sauce. And I know the name of Alabama white sauce sounds napkinish, but trust me, if you make it with wings, I think I made it for wings, burgers, chicken. Pretty much just look up Alabama white sauce. Try it. Just like cowboy butter. Just give it a shot.
Look, she said last year someone made this cranberry sauce that was mainly pineapple and juice, and oh my god.
Why sweet on top of? I'm not a big fan of cranberry sauce. I do know how to make it, but pineapple and what white person was allowed to bring that to the potluck? That's my question.
They have lost their freaking minds.
That's right up there with potato salad. White people are not allowed to bring potato salad to black functions. Y'all ain't. Just like mac and cheese.
I have seen things at different hospitals that I've worked at, and when I say the black radar really goes off, it goes off.
It's just like mac and cheese. I'm sorry. I need to see forearms. I need to see forearms, and I need to see what ingredients you use before you say you can make mac and cheese.
You either need to see the forearms, the elbows, or you need to know the person personally that does the mac and cheese. Like they know. My wife knows how to do mac and cheese.
See, I'm sorry.
If knows how to do mac and cheese. My son, I've done mac and cheese, but not as for the holiday. I've done it outside of the holiday because I'm like a 3-4 cheese type of guy, and
that's how it should be done.
And I'm particular. I make the sauce and everything else. My wife doesn't do the sauce way. There is no wrong way outside of just using American cheese or boxed. I am tasking myself one day to take boxed mac and cheese and flip it. I'm gonna task myself to do that.
I will say this about mac and cheese: don't use cream cheese. I don't know why. Okay, some people try to look at somebody's recipe and you try to outdo it. You cannot outdo mac and cheese or four cheeses. Take your time. It has to. And yes, you do have to make sure there's butter in there. And yes, you have to make sure you have aluminum foiled, and it needs to go in the oven for a little while. Maybe say a prayer over it, but that's how it's supposed to be done. Because if your mac and cheese isn't looking like, I'm gonna be honest with you, if I take the mac and cheese, if I take the serving spoon and it doesn't go in there smooth, like if I have to dig like I'm digging through a garden, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Because that tells me that you did something wrong, or you did not follow the recipe, or somebody didn't love you. One of the two.
Oh God, no, just sweet tea Gray. What?
And she
ordered a turkey 2 days prior and let it sit in the office until the potluck. Oh no.
I don't blame you. I would have 2 days prior, and it sat there in a hospital. What's the code?
That's the captain from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh no.
I would go nowhere near that. That bird has sat there and almost grew wings at that point. 2 days in the office.
Man. However, it is my favorite time, and I'm gonna tell you why. When I see a lot of cooking shows and they don't look like us, and they're putting the bird in, I'm thinking to myself, ain't no butter, ain't no just put a little salt. You see how much meat is there? See, you need more than a little of anything.
You are dealing with anywhere from a 15 to 25 pound bird. That's at least 4 or 5 rounds of seasoning that get done to that thing. To give it
we're talking the cavity, we're talking underneath the skin, we're talking outside the skin, we're talking during the cooking process of basting.
Oh, that's another thing about, and again, I know we're talking to people that are experienced cooks, but ladies and gentlemen, you do know, for those of the uninitiated, you do have to season your food all the way through, not just at the beginning.
Oh, that's heavy.
Or the man with $5 came in. Oh, good God. That's another thing.
That's heavy.
Who in the world lets their animals near? See, That's why, you know what? This is why
The
we've kept on
man with
saying you can't
5
eat nobody's
dogs
house.
come in with the buffet warmer, straight dog hair on the lid. I don't know.
As you should.
They had I can't tell you the last time. Now they had like a appreciation week at the hospital recently.
Yeah.
And the food that came in was like from restaurants.
Okay.
You know, so what's in this pan? This pan is covered up. It's hot. It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Just got here, so I'm good. And so I would go ahead and look at it and say, that's cool. I can get that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm using tongs. I'm using napkins if there are no tongs. You know, but my hands are clean. I have seen people. I have witnessed people. I'm telling you, this stuff was happening before COVID. I have witnessed things in stores that I choose. I literally seen a guy when I was in the store just a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
I'm going to the bathroom. He's in there washing his hands. I'm not thinking anything of it. He's washing his hands, and then he goes to the bathroom. Okay, not a problem. But then he's done, and then he walks out, and I'm like, motherfucker, the process was all backwards just now.
I would have been like, and if he goes to that buffet table, I'm like, nope. I'm gonna keep my ass right here.
Look, there's a reason why I don't have a cat. I have a dog.
But
he
why?
don't eat table food. But I and no shade, because Lady Mandalore has a cat and Tafari has a cat. I have a thing about personal space. Okay. If I'm minding my business, there is no animals allowed on the table, the counter,
the room,
or around.
Right. I just see that people kill me when they say, but he's clean. And why is your animal in the same room as you are cooking food? That's my question. Why is your cat near? Why is it? See, that's why potlucks are allowed no more, because
I had a woman a couple years ago do a potluck, and I think she had made cupcakes or something, and she said the cat had knocked the lid off or something happened, but she transported the cupcakes in her car without a lid. At which point I said,
no. No, hell no. No.
I was like, I'm all right.
What made I would have been like, what made you think it was a good idea to transport open food with your animal in the vehicle? That's my question. What I'm like, look, let me tell you something. As a person that used to keep a dog, the dog stayed outside at all times whenever food was being prepped. Food was being prepped or served. Because look, I don't want that risk of someone seeing dog hair and food I created, and then I got to rep
that part.
Oh, that's white people.
Yeah, that part.
White people.
Shouldn't see it. Should be treated like the toilet. It should be clean, out of sight, and nowhere near a kitchen or a dining room. I am not a cat person. Don't get me wrong. Kittens are cute. Cats are adorable and everything else, but they're very invasive.
Cats have no shame.
Yeah, they're literally like, this is my space now.
Like I said, I never kept a cat, but I got nothing against cats. I'm not a cat person, but the moment I sit there and watch the cat look at somebody's plate and decided that this was the day to go on and fling stuff off this said plate and look you dead in your face, and it was almost like a what you gonna do about a situation. That let me know I'm not a cat person, because that cat would have got. Look, I don't encourage animal abuse.
The fact that I just seen a cat video, like, you know, cats doing just cat shit, and there was a little kitten and it bit the laptop screen, like it was.
Oh yeah, the Apple laptop,
and it was a $1,500. I said, oh no, you to the pound you go.
I would have that cat would have learned to fly. It would have learned.
I said that would be a missing cat. Yeah, that look.
Yeah, I just $1,500, and then Lord knows if something got caught in the cat's teeth and you got to take it to the vet. That's another $1,000 bill you don't want. But Jesus, but no, they
look. There was no way.
at all. But no. But again, when it comes to Thanksgiving, just be if like I even said it in my post. Don't be mad if you got it told to bring ice.
Yeah.
You just some people just can't cook. Just accept that. It's not an insult if you can't cook.
Now, if I volunteer to
That's
bring
different.
ice, that means I have no intention of taking the major effort to cook and bringing a dish. It's too much.
But I will say this though, look, if you bring, I told my brother this because he had to go to his wife's house for Thanksgiving. I said, look, all you gotta do, just say you're gonna bring all the plastic cups, the utensils, the paper plates, the take-home plates, and you'll get drinks. Mark my words, no one will question you. But they will all be very grateful. He says, but everybody's bringing food. I said, yes, but you need to eat the food on something.
Yeah.
And trust me, the woman of the house is not going to turn around and clean up all them dishes. But if you turn around and give a plastic plate as an alternative, you will be loved. You will be loved and accepted.
Especially if it's a last minute thing or you're late or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you have no idea how appreciative. Bring plates, foils, cups, ice.
Oh, but if you bring the dessert, again, not everybody. Look, if you can't make sweet potato pie, that's fine. I'm not a fan.
I'm thinking about somebody in our group, our camp, whose family member brought a fruitcake. At which point we all said, "Negro, what?" Why? She said that fruitcake sat for weeks.
You know what? I've been asking.
My mother-in-law had the nerve a couple years ago. She was like, "Oh, you should try this fruitcake," and I'm like, I was 12 when I was 11 or 12 when I last had it. Didn't like it then. Ain't gonna like it now.
I put that up there with Halloween candy corn. Who eats fruitcake? Who is literally keeping this thing anomaly in existence? Because
I remember trying that and said, okay, maybe it was my taste buds, right? And my grandmother, it was like a small little thing. It was a little, thing. And they still sell this thing, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And so she gave us a small slice, and my brother, it's sugary as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And when you looking at the ingredients by design, it should be good.
You would think.
But it's condensed, and it's just sweet, and it's jellied, and I'm like, you took good fruit
and you bastardized it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I'll put it this way.
Nuts and cherries and spice, and I think it's apples in it. Yeah. I'm like, okay, these are all good. This is good stuff that you have.
I'll put it this way. What made me never want to eat fruitcake? Have you ever seen a stainless steel knife bend? I will never forget that for as long as I live. They tried to get us to eat fruitcake. My grandmother had this meat cleaver of a knife, and this fruitcake is it's the big, just a little small size. But when I tell you, when this thing hit the table, and it made the plates kind of jump, I'm like, that's a heavy ass cake.
That's the kind of cake is gonna send you straight to the toilet.
But what killed basement? Right, but what killed me was as my grandma is trying to cut. Now, keep in mind, she's used to cutting because she was raised on the farm. She used to cutting up pigs and whatnot. So knives are not strange to her. And you ain't lying. You ain't lying. But Cap, when I stand and tell you, she tried. I mean, my grandma was a pretty strong woman. Where the hilt of the knife and where the edge was literally bent. That's how dense. I mean, we even sat there just for shit to get.
Is it frozen? You were like, is the cake frozen?
We did this. Keep in mind, this was the middle of winter, right? At my grandma's house was there, little mini lake next to it. We took the fruitcake when nobody was looking, right? Mm-hmm. And we're sitting there just wondering how we're throwing it at bricks, we're throwing it at cement blocks. Somebody had the idea to sit there and go, well, shoot, throw it in the lake, we'll get rid of it. And we're thinking, okay, it should shatter, right? Because the lake is frozen solid. We're thinking the dang thing should shatter in a million pieces. Animals take care of it. We're fine. My older cousin, I mean, threw it as hard as he can. When I tell you it cracked the ice, like literally, like if your foot was going through ice, through thin ice, and I mean straight through, that fruitcake basically went through into the lake. And I said, nope, never on God's green earth will I ever touch fruitcake, because if it went through ice, like you said, imagine what it does to your stomach.
Yeah, just sweet tea gray. That's one of my favorite dessert dishes.
Strawberry pie?
Strawberry pie. My great grandmother made a strawberry pie. Rest her soul and her spirit. And I was hooked.
If done right.
If my mother has made it, like she made me a whole pan, and I'm like, y'all want some? We'll get around to it. Yeah, good luck.
Like I put it this way, I was a sucker for chess squares. Chess squares if done right.
But then she said, but she followed it with strawberry, sour cream Kool-Aid, and graham cracker crust. I'm like, okay, two of those things work together, but I don't know what the Kool-Aid
strawberry, sour cream Kool-Aid.
She said, I don't know where that motivation
just say T Gray, I'm not mad about that combination, but I gotta ask questions on how she came to that. That's looking at your
it turns out it's really not. I come to find out it's really not hard to make.
Nah.
It's really not hard to make. And if you, it's really like the graham cracker crush, yes. Fresh strawberries, yes. You can also use the frozen ones, and then you need the gel. It's a gel.
Yeah, like use the gelatin. Yeah,
the gelatin. Yeah, and whipped cream is always a plus, and it's just the sugar, of course, and it's just the right mix.
Yeah,
get it in a graham cracker crust, let it cool, pop, boom, done.
But the thing about graham cracker crust is it's not that hard, and the only reason I know that is because I was always told use bananas. Use bananas in the graham crackers, and then have it in an aluminum frame. Actually, after having a cake foil, use the banana as paste to actually mold the graham crackers in. Throw it in the freezer for 30 minutes, and that's it. I mean, I use that for all. When I tell you I use that all for my baking, I use it for I said when I was baking, I was making chess pies and pecan pies. I refuse to make apple pie. No hating on apple pie, but
now that's another one. My mother would make the apple pie. My great grandmother would make the strawberry pie.
Nah, see that
I wouldn't have eaten nothing else if you gave me that. You talking about somebody being mad? Y'all ate up all the apple pie. Chris did. No shame.
But here's the thing. I was like, making apple pie blondie. Now I'll eat apple pie blondie if you get the right ice cream. I just can't do apple pie by itself. I don't know if it's just the fact of someone said maybe you didn't add enough. There's no cinnamon in your apple pie. I said no. Me and apple pie just don't jive. But I'm not knocking it.
I think I've had something like this. She said she was trying to make a strawberry version of a pineapple pie.
Okay.
I think I've had that pineapple pie before. I can't remember
fresh pineapple, vanilla.
It's a little. That's what it did. My mother-in-law did make something like that. She had the pudding and she had except sour cream. She did have the pudding and everything.
Well, I can see the sour cream because you need something to cut the pineapple. So sour cream wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
So that I can see that. That's actually sounds pretty freaking good, even though my diabetic ass shouldn't be eating it. But
you and me both
shouldn't be eating it. But yeah, that would be nice.
All right. Well, this worked perfect. Simple solution. We found it what it was. We are good for tomorrow night. Everybody, tell a friend to tune in tomorrow night. We're talking about a lot of stuff. Some indie comics, some mainstream comics. I got a couple things I've picked up. You could probably see two of them in the background. On the very top shelf, and it's not who you think it is. Because I always had Doom and I always had Black Panther. He just showed.
I was in the wrong shelf.
Yeah. So there's a couple things that I was able to pick up, and I got that gut feeling. I know I'll be back at Walmart picking something else up because when I seen it, I'm like, oh, I need that because I don't have it.
And my camera froze, but that usually happens. Camera freezing. I need to just replace this thing and just send this off to the junkyard and just get a new one.
Oh yeah. So everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for just checking us out for this systems update and checkout. We will see you guys tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, YouTube and Twitch. Go tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like, share, and subscribe and notification bell. We will see you guys soon. Spartan, catch you later.
Peace.
All right.